If you haven't yet tried alternative medicine, is it because of the cost? In this episode, you'll discover a fabulous resource that will save you money if you want to explore some of the less common yet effective health remedies. My next guest is a musician, singer, and songwriter with a passion for supporting and promoting the arts, which is really important right now. She's an artist and a poet who published her first collection in a book called Hearth and Homework. She channeled her profits and passions into a philanthropic venture that makes discovering alternative medicine a possible reality for all. The reason I asked her to speak with us today is that I love what she's doing, and I want everyone to know that it's available. Please welcome Lisa Watson. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Deborah.
So how many years have you been walking this journey?
Oh, a good 20 now, I would say, maybe 30, because, it kind of started with the idea of vaccinating my kids. And that just put the fear of God in me, even though I had been vaccinated myself. And I ended up vaccinating them because of pressure. What's going to happen to them if they haven't, and that kind of thing, which sort of funneled me into alternative thinking. Then I followed the thread, and here I am today.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So you have followed that thread and you created a venture, and your venture is called Mirthwalk. Can you tell us about it?
Oh, Mirthwalk was a bolt of lightning. I struggled with depression. In this world, I think that's what COVID is doing now, is making some course corrections for us. We've been programmed to fail, really, I think. And so I struggled with depression, and I wanted to help with mental health. Because it kind of made sense to me. I wanted to help. And so I investigated that and came to realize that it was a bottomless pit that really didn't help, I didn't think, in the immediacy of the problem. Meanwhile, I had come to know a lot of alternative healers that led to Mirthwalk, the development of Mirthwalk. And so the concept of being your own therapist, we need help to rethink where we stand in the world and what it is we want of ourselves and what we can do to contribute and to be better human beings. We're spinning on a bit of a treadmill right now, and I think COVID is going to help us get off of it. We're going to start seeing different ways of doing things. Mirthwalk is lead in to that think. That's the way we used to think. And then the industrial age came in, and we were starting to buy into, treatments for different things. The medical system, medicine is great. Science is great. And we've come a long way. I'm not saying otherwise for sure. I believe in the integration of both the ancient and alternative medicines, proven medicines and treatments, and new treatments. The old ways of doing things have been lost, and Mirthwalk is a foot in the door to rediscover things like oils and massage and spirituality. And there's so much out there right now. It's fantastic.
There really is. There really is. And so some people would consider this new medicine, but really it's original medicine, don't you think?
Yeah, it's proven. It's thousands of years of proof. I don't know why everybody's so skeptical. So
Mirthwalk was created because you realized that there was a need for people to discover some of the alternatives out there. What had you discovered through alternative medicine?
The biggest thing that I've learned through all of this is that the body is a self-correcting mechanism. We're evolving every day. There's something new that we have to deal with. If our systems are depleted from lack of rest, too much stress, our food sources are jeopardized. I think that it's right and correct to take supplements I don't think we need to spend a fortune on supplements, but I think if we're depleted, then we can build up our systems. The body needs some help. So there we go. We get our help. We start taking care of ourselves. We get some regular exercise. We meditate, whatever form that takes, because I know sometimes it's hard for people to meditate and stop, but go for a walk or do a running meditation, or just escape from your head.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I think, was a big part of Mirthwalk for me, was escaping from my thoughts. Stop beating yourself up, girl. Start patting yourself on the back once in a while, giving yourself some credit. We don't honor ourselves and our abilities. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to defer to other people. And I just think if we stop for a minute and give ourselves a little bit of credit, we might feel a little bit better about ourselves, and that starts a stream of good health,
Right.
So,
and sometimes we just need to be shown how to do that. It's not necessarily something that comes naturally, and there are many therapists and practitioners that are skilled in helping you find yourself.
It was incredible to me. It was like I found this huge pool of assistance. People say it's okay. You're not wrong. You're not bad. I've got so many friends now, including you. You are who you hang around with. And I feel good about myself. I hang around with people that are doing good things and have smiles on their faces, and they trip often, but they get back up. They don't linger on the problem. They just keep moving and smiling, and that's where I want to be. So
yeah, I hear you. And knowing that there's support out there for you, that's the one thing that some people aren't even aware of. And I think that's from what I know about Mirthwalk, that is, your purpose is to open people's eyes.
Well, I said early going. So it was my niece that had decided she was going to go to medical school. And that was a long time ago. It seems like now. She was young. And I said, that's great, honey. We're going to need an army of healers. And to get past the belief system that is holding us down. And lo and behold, I turn around in my discovery, and there's all kinds of healers in the neighborhood. They don't get enough credit. They don't make enough money. They're not paid for by OHIP. And that seems to be the way. If it's not paid for by OHIP, then it's not credible. And
that's often people's way of thought, isn't it?
And that's unfortunate, because that means that it's hugely underutilized. We could be a lot healthier in our community if we partook of this. It would be really nice if OHIP covered some of it, and insurance companies are starting to incorporate the likes of Reiki and that kind of thing. It's a pretty shy start, but
that point of it not being covered in OHIP coverage, that is sometimes a stumbling block for people. And therapies don't actually need to cost a lot of money. And there's a lot of different ways to be able to accomplish it. And Mirthwalk is really a forerunner in making that possible for people. So what does Mirthwalk do?
So if you are interested in trying alternative healing, go to the Mirthwalk site. You'll see that there are listings for local practitioners. And if you already know a practitioner that you're interested in attending, you can connect with them and have them sign up to the Mirthwalk site. It's a $50 leg up that I pass to the practitioner to put against the first meet, which can cost $100 or $150, something like that. So it'll help you get in the door, and you can decide whether that's somebody you want to work with or not. Generally, my feeling is that it only takes a couple or three visits to somebody that you click with to get your head straight and to point you in the right direction around supplements and other things. Like, there's such a big world out there around this. It's incredible. Touch for Health and Reiki and energy medicines of all kinds. It's a huge pool of information. Mirthwalk only has a few practitioners right now. I'd like to see more come on board. It costs them $25 to have their profile put up on the Mirthwalk site. So you can study what they do. They're all locals. There's a section for
Out-of-towners.
Out-of-towners. Yeah. And it's okay even just to talk on the phone to one of them, because from my perspective, energy medicine is fluid and can be done at a distance. That's an out there thought, but it works for me. It's worked a lot for me. I've had so much stuff. It's been really, my exercise is trying all these things out. It's really hilarious and fun. I've met so many wonderful people through this. So Mirthwalk, look up Mirthwalk, check out the practitioners, look up some of the exercises or the tools that they have. And if you want to make a contribution, you can do that. If you want to, Deborah, you made up the site, and it's incredibly easy to use. And I really appreciate what you did for.
No, that was my pleasure. And because I love what the concept is so much, and I've used it myself with my own clients. So if a client is inquiring about my services and finances are an issue, then I offer them the Mirthwalk funding to cover their first, second, maybe even their third session. So from my perspective, what I do is I apply online as a practitioner to get onto the Mirthwalk website. And then when I need to use the funds, I put in an application and Lisa reviews it. Usually there's no walls in the way, and Lisa will help me a check.
I don't ask questions because to my mind, it's none of my business what's going on with a client.
Right.
And so, if the practitioner deems it necessary, I'm fine with that. So
that's it's really wonderful. And then Lisa cuts me a check, which I apply to my clients' sessions. And that's really all there is to do. It's very, very simple and it's quite amazing. But Lisa, where does the money come from?
So far, it has just been from proceeds from my music and arts and so on. But contributions are starting to come in, which is really great. I love that people's heads are turning around it and that they want to help. So there's a button for that, donation button.
That's right. So. The funding, there's limitations to it. So we're looking for more donations, and the funds that come in from the practitioner's fees, that goes right into the pot, doesn't it, Lisa?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
The practitioner's money is going directly into helping people afford.
So I apologize. Yes, the practitioners are contributing too. Yeah, and that's fairly new. That the $25 annual fee. It's not much. I'm glad that need to ask much from the practitioners, but every little bit helps. So I'm really grateful to them for that. They already have the burden of, not really being recognized and lowering their prices to help. They're really working from the heart. I just love that. So
yeah, it's awesome. So if anybody's interested in either receiving the funds or being a practitioner or donating to the funds, go to mirthwalk.com, check it out and take care of your own body. And Lisa, I really appreciate you sharing this. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for all your help around Mirthwalk, Deborah. And I wish you the best of luck with your projects for sure. I'm excited about them for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And so on behalf of Lisa Watson and me, Deborah Jones, we both thank you for listening and take care of yourselves.